Good morning and welcome. Come on in. I am getting ready to do a reading for you guys for the remainder of the week's energy. I just found out today, here we are, this is Wednesday, that this Sunday is Easter. Forgot all about that Easter bunny coming around. A lot to think about for me. My son Daniel passed away on Good Friday. So the day after tomorrow would be his anniversary. I was raised Catholic, and in the Catholic Church, if you pass on the same day as our Savior, for Good Friday, it is thought that they are looked on favorably. And obviously they are. Daniel was such a special person. He was born with cerebral palsy. I was told to institutionalize him, let him go, and let him die. I said, you don't know what love can do, and I brought him home. And we worked and we fought, and we just every day was an adventure with Daniel. He was the light in a lot of people. I was going to say the light in my life, but he was the light in a lot of people's lives. It was only, I don't want to say appropriate, but an honor that he did choose to leave on Good Friday. By the way, he did, it's a good place to break off. I'm going to start a new channel or a new theme. I'm not certain how I'm going to do this, but it is going to be about your interest in just my mediumship, talking to dead people, working with the dead. What happens when you die? Where do you go? How does the body transition over? How does all of this take place? And I kind of fast forwarded to that. So I will be starting that soon. It's a big interest to all of you guys. But Daniel died on Good Friday. And in the middle of the night on Easter morning, I woke up because I felt somebody jiggle the bed. I reached over and my honey was over here. That's where he was when we went to sleep. He was on my left side. Immediately I felt somebody, and I was facing him. Immediately I could feel, once the bed jiggled, I could feel somebody spoon up against me. I knew who it was immediately. I always climbed into his hospital bed next to him and hung out with him. And it was the exact same feeling. So Jesus is not the only one that comes back on the third day. Remember, he said, anything you can, or anything I can do, meaning him, so can you and more. Doesn't exclude anybody. Doesn't exclude handicapped little boys that never were able to walk or talk. So, there you have it. Good Friday and Easter rolling up on us real quick. One of the other things I want to talk about too today is the fact that we did have a Black Swan event. What's that? It is when somebody has some kind of an agenda, usually an army or a government. Can't be anybody. And they don't attack you directly, army to army, kind of, launch that kind of thing. They hit you in the finances somehow. They cost you money somehow. If you remember, I've been talking to you guys about breaking a supply chain. Something was coming. Something was going to happen. I wasn't expecting it quite that soon, but that barge, the Black Swan event I'm talking about, I got to be careful what I say. I am so restricted everywhere because I'm speaking the truth and getting the word out there on some things that most people can't tune in on, and it really affects me greatly. They block me, they restrict me, take control of my accounts. But that barge hitting that bridge, it was no accident. That barge hitting that bridge is going to interrupt our supply chain in a big way. That is the Key Bridge in Boston Harbor. Ooh, kind of ironic, right? It's in the Boston Harbor where they had the Boston Tea Party. Oh, wow. All right, nobody brought that up yet. All right. So we do have a break in the supply chain happening. You know what? It might just involve the fact you might not be able to get a new 95-inch TV or whatever. It's still, that's not the only one. So stay prepared. Stay prepared. The reading I am going to do is for the holiday weekend of Easter. I also did mention that it may involve water. However, I did not see it as a catastrophe involving a bridge. I can't take credit for that. I definitely did foresee the break in the supply chain, and it hasn't happened yet. It was just a recent tragedy that happened, and thank God that it worked out the way it did, and such a minimal loss of life. It could have been more catastrophic had that happened in the middle of the day and the bridge was loaded with vehicles. Let's also send out some prayer for anybody affected by that. Okay, there was a work crew on the bridge that night. Most of them are lost. All right, let's see what's going on here for Easter. All right. Some of you are going to be feeling out of sorts. We have the Two of Pentacles. I don't want to go. I wouldn't mind visiting the family, but I don't want to go. You know, that dreaded Easter dinner. I want to be with people, but I don't feel people-y. Yeah, it's going to be kind of a tough decision for you to make. We've got the Four of Cups. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a choice that needs to be made for the holiday or for the dinner. You may be the one deciding in the last minute what I should cook. What am I going to make? What I need to take something with me. I can't just go empty-handed. I should cook something. What am I going to cook? We also had the Four of Pentacles. Your finances have a big issue about how you're going to celebrate this. A lot of us cannot afford the ham that we normally get. I don't want to talk about the economic issues, but we may not be able to afford the extravagant, sometimes wasteful Easter dinner. And holiday dinners that we put on in our country. It's sad when so many people around the world don't have food, and we are very extravagant with what we consume on a holiday. Let's see. We have everything else is major arcana here. So it could be a very powerful and eventful holiday dinner. We have the Emperor card. All right. That's that one uncle that everybody has that feels like he has to be in control. Or it could be an aunt. It could be anybody, really. But that is that one person that feels like they have to kind of orchestrate everything and be in charge. They have to give everybody direction, put that over here. Now, it might be the woman that is choreographing the dinner. And she may need to pull that power and that emperor out in order to get the dinner put out the way she would like to have it. We have the Temperance card. This holiday should not be about boozing. Those of you too young to understand what the temperance movement was, it was something that took place back in, the 20s, I believe, where alcohol was illegal in the United States. It was called Prohibition. And women started the temperance movement back in those days to abolish alcohol. So temperance and the temperance movement, so it's not about the booze. If you have a glass of wine, you know what, maintain yourself. That card is kind of a warning, like don't overindulge. We have a proclivity to become extravagant with our holiday dinners. I don't know why I keep being drawn there. We also have the Justice card. That Justice card is don't be judgmental of other people at the dinner. You remember when you were a kid and you showed up with purple hair? Or a new hairstyle, colored hair, gauged out earrings. Everybody has a right to dress and be the way they want to be. Don't be judgmental of them, because that energy that you project is what you will get back. Be accepting of everybody at the table. And the reason I say that is because you get what you give. And that's what that Justice card is all about. Being fair and honest. You know what? Your nephew with the purple hair and the gauged out earrings and the piercings all over is actually a very nice kid. Give him a chance. And last but not least, we had the Fool card. That Fool card came up in reverse. That would be... Okay, let me go back to that Fool card, even though it did come up in reverse. Can you see that 0 over his head? Not the sun, but the 0. In numerology, the 0 represents God. Your Easter should be about you and God. That Fool also means in reverse that some of you have an opportunity coming up over the weekend, over the holiday dinner, to perhaps step into some kind of a business partnership, job opportunity, and you are not going to take it serious for some reason and turn your back on it. Something about a new beginning financially there that you are not open to, not receptive to. All right, I grabbed another deck just for a few more validating cards. All right, you know what? Actually, too many fell out. I'm going to stick those back in. And can I get one more there, please, Spirit? All right. We have the 5 of Wands. Look, don't make this a sparring match. It's Easter. Relax, kick back a little bit, enjoy. You don't have to debate all of the political issues at the table. As a matter of fact, leave politics out the door. Let it go. Talk about the weather. Talk about the flowers that are popping up. Don't bring up politics at the table. We have the 8 of Wands, a repeating cycle. You have had this holiday dinner with these people how many times? You know what to expect. Bring your A game when you go. Be so sugary and happy and uplifted that they don't know who you are. Throw them off their game that way. Love them, just love them. And we also have the 6. I don't know where I was going with that. Love them. Just love them. We also have the 6 of Wands that came up. And that's a victory card. You're going to have a good day. Bite your tongue. You don't have to say anything harsh to anybody. Be cordial, be happy, be polite. The energy you carry into dinner is the energy that everybody else reflects back to you. So make sure, in a lot of families, you might be the person that sets the tone for the whole dinner. So carry a happy tone in with you. All right, you guys, there you have it. Make sure you continue to stock up on items as you can. Things that you think that you can't live without. If there is a break in the supply chain and I can't get cat litter, yuck. So I'm kind of stocked up on cat litter too. Whatever it is you think you can't deal without. I don't have to stock up on curtains. I don't need to stock up on things that aren't important. Okay. Just stock up. No hoarding. No hoarding. No hoarding. Just stock up. All right, there you have it. I love you guys, and I want to thank you for following me so closely with the channel. I want to let you know that I never leave you, that I don't bless you with love and light. See you soon.